Welcome to our Week 3 lecture for CAD Fashion Design. As always, remember that you will need to submit a summary of our lecture by Tuesday night. This week is not a live version, this is a recorded version. It will be posted on My Course Connection. And then take part in the forum discussion. Please make your post by Friday, and if nobody else has done so yet, then you need to return by Saturday to respond to one of your peers or classmates' post. This week our main focus will be Photoshop, but we'll wrap up the entire course with building a wix.com website, and then you will be submitting your works from Illustrator and Photoshop as your final portfolio pieces. The topics covered this week on My Course Connection are a mood board with a color story, and this is done in Adobe Photoshop, and then also creating a garment on a fashion pose in Photoshop, and digital portfolios, looking at some portfolio sites and building your own in wix.com. Now, our assignments due this week will be the lecture summary and your discussion forums. Each of those are our standard Tuesday for the summary, Friday and Saturday for the discussion forum. Your final you should take by Saturday. It will be open on Friday. The self-portrait that was posted for last week, I gave you an extension to Tuesday of this week due to some of the recording difficulties I have had with getting those tutorial videos completed and up. I will be working on some of those tonight. If I still run into some problems of getting those, I will again adjust our due date. You won't be counted off because you haven't had the information yet. If at the very least, if I cannot get a recorded version up, I will be writing in the assignment or writing the steps into your the little book of the tutorials, so you would follow along with that. Now, the next items down this list are your portfolio pieces. They will be due at the end of this week on Saturday, but they go back to assignments that were covered either in week 1, or I'm sorry, not assignments, but topics that were covered in either week 1 or week 2 and week 3. The line sheet of technical line drawings, these were gone over in week 1. Your completed line of a minimum of 6 garments is due on Saturday. The tech pack with the design sheets, these are done in Microsoft Word. You must have your technical line drawings completed to be able to copy and paste those into your tech pack forms. Those will be due on Saturday. Your textile design in 3 colorways. You will use the link on week 3. I'll go ahead and remove that one on week 1. But you design a fabric pattern and you will create 3 different color ways for that same design. This is all done in Illustrator. These were covered at the very end of week 1. Your fashion pose with a garment, this is on Illustrator again, shows you how to bring in a hand-drawn sketch. So you will start with your own personal artwork, bring it in, and then you're basically tracing over the top of that to create it in a digital form. That'll be due on Saturday. The mood board that is discussed as our first topic this week, week 3. This is done in Photoshop where you will be bringing in various multiple images. Those are to come from your inspiration assignment from week 2, which was done on Pinterest. By the way, I've only got a few people that actually have those posted. Not everybody in the class does. Please make sure you get that done. And then also creating a photo pose with the garment in Photoshop. Those will be due on Saturday. The wix.com website is also due on Saturday. I would suggest that at least with that you can get started. The tutorial videos that they make and post on their website are going to be the best for following for that assignment on how to build that. I will post up a second portfolio site that I just want you to look at and compare to the one that you will be building. So that's it in an overview of the assignments due this week. Now, some examples of our line sheets. This slide here has some of the line drawings. You do not have to color them in. In fact, sometimes it's a little better if you don't. But I do want you to notice here that the artist, did address a background. Some shapes were done in the back, one large rectangle, then two lines, and some circles done with the lighter color, all done in the background, and then the garments were layered on top. And she kept that same layout for for both of her line sheets. She had that spread over 2 sheets. You can always add a second art board in a file if you need to. Then the upper right-hand one was an example that I wanted to show you. It incorporates a background similar and yet a little bit different. It titles the group, and then there is an example of a garment drawn on a fashion pose that's reflecting one of her garments here of her line drawing. So these would be for 2 of the different assignments, but I wanted to show how they are coordinated. And again, here's another layout. Coordination with an illustration of the garment or bathing suit on the fashion pose, and then a layout of all the line drawings. But again, bringing in the background, utilizing color, utilizing the type tool to give it a title, and using rectangles to give a outline for the title, and different things like that. Think of your entire layout. And again, here another example. These are all on one page. You would have your line drawings on one submission file for the technical line drawings, and then on the right-hand side of this picture is showing some illustrations done over a fashion pose. And then here again, 2 more just examples of the line sheet, but look how just with even bordering the page, giving it a title, maybe even giving some model numbers or description to each of your items, has a more professional look. Now the technical design sheet, or I'm sorry, the design sheets with the technical line drawings, I'll post the form. It is done in Microsoft Word. You can just copy that form so you have 4 separate pages in the file. Then you will copy one of your line drawings from Illustrator, come over to the Word document, go to the section that has the sketch, put your cursor there, and then paste into that. Then the color swatches were just done as rectangle boxes in Illustrator, copied and then pasted right below the line drawing. Just gives an indication of what the color offerings were in that garment. Now the self-portraits that are assigned from week 2 that I extended the due dates, these are some examples of some completed ones. This is, again, a very playful kind of exploration of what Photoshop can do. There's no right or wrong, really. The main thing is I want you to have at least 4 images of a self-portrait of yourself, and each one should have some very drastic changes in them compared to the others as you explore your different effects and adjustments and filters. The textile design with the 3 colorway, you will have 3 different colored versions of a textile design. You can edit an existing swatch. It does need to edit. You need to make some changes from one that's in the library. Or you can design your own. There are tutorial videos posted in that for simple or more complex designs. Here are some examples of the mood board with the color story. I'd like for you to see how each of them have multiple imagery, and then, whoops, I did not mean to switch that. Some multiple imagery here that then brings out a color story, and either some shapes here or rectangles or squares can be brought out to give a color story to your line. Also, you can see here as well, some type tool has been used to give the theme or the name or the season or both to go with your mood board. And then a fashion pose with a garment in Photoshop. There will be tutorials posted on how to bring in some artwork, some of your own sketches without color. So it's just kind of the lines, outlines. Darker pencil is best, pen is even better. And then we will color those in Photoshop. And there's another example of one. And then if you have not done so already, it was suggested in week 2 to go take a look at wix.com, start going through their tutorials. Well, this week in week 3, you need to start building yours. Give yourself a name, figure that out. The assignment on My Course Connection is where you will post the address link so that I can then go visit your wix.com site and be able to evaluate it. That whole project is worth 50 points. And I thank you for listening and tuning in to watch this recording. You can reach me at my email, mwamigo@clarysagcollege.com. I am available in my office after 2 p.m. at 918-298-8200 or up until 9:30 p.m. via my cell phone, 918-704-4525. Again, I just want to remind you, if you're struggling with anything in these programs, please call me. I will want to talk you through it and see if what I can do to help. We can also go through the iPad. As long as we converse on the phone and get that figured out, we just need our emails and we can connect via FaceTime on the iPad. That way you can show me what you are dealing with on your screen and I can help point you in the right place to go click and get you moving again. Good luck with everything. Have a great week. Get things turned in. This class will lock down on Sunday night. No more assignments will be accepted after that. If you do not have them in, I am afraid you will receive a 0. So please make sure you get your assignments in, and if you are struggling, call me, call me, call me. Talk to you soon. Bye.